Spastic white belts. Hey gang, Ante, Dzolic here, BJJBasics.com. Thanks for checking us out. Today I wanted to talk about spastic white belts. Specifically, a lot of times we hear or read more. I've been seeing a lot of comments. We hear the same old stereotype, right? Big spastic white belts, gotta calm down, they're so dangerous, they hurt so many people. Sure, anybody can, anybody does. Certainly someone who's not informed on how to do a technique or where the dangers or pitfalls are in a position and is given a body, like a training partner is being nice and conceding to them and giving them their body, they can potentially hurt somebody. And when two juniors are rolling and they're both going 100% because that's all they know, for sure there's a higher potential for accident and injury because both parties are going 100%. 100% right. 100% right that it is in the best interest of those juniors to slow down, to dial it down. You are correct. I always use the analogy when I got a new guy or girl that maybe he's got a little bit too much of a motor in the beginning. I'm like, look, it's like you just moved to a new place, you're learning a new neighborhood, you're driving around, there's two versions of you. One is going 100 miles an hour, the other's going 25 miles an hour. After an hour, who's gonna remember more of the lay of the land and the streets names and so whatnot? And everybody knows it's always going to be the person who's going slower. 100%. That said, we shouldn't, as higher ranks, we shouldn't be pounding and being so negative, lamenting about the big spastic white belts. Because the spastic white belts, we should look at them as a treasure. We got them for a little bit of time. While they're going crazy and whatnot, eventually they're going to figure out, calm down. Because I need to calm down to be able to apply this stuff. I need to calm down to be able to learn it. I need to calm down to stop getting hurt because I keep getting injured. They're gonna figure out on their own a lot of times that they need to calm down for their benefit. But for us, they are a treasure. Man, jiu-jitsu is like an awesome sport to itself with a bunch of killers on the mats all over the world, but it is also a self-defense art, right? And the energy we're gonna face on the street, if heaven forbid you ever need it, is not the smooth play of a friendly roll with your teammates and your buddies when you're trying to experiment with new positions and new moves. It is gonna be someone going apeshit ballistic on us, right? So to feel that energy in a somewhat safe environment, you're still at your school, you're not getting jumped out on the street. It's important to feel it, to be exposed to it, and to more importantly study trying to be the eye of the hurricane. While they're going crazy on us, trying to be calm and play our game, trying to choke them and strangle them. And in this way, they're the judge. They're gonna change if they think it's in their best interest. You're gonna demonstrate to them that it is in their best interest because you're calm as can be strangling them, calm as can be submitting them. And when they run out of gas after 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and they still got another 4 or 5 to go, when they ask you, like, what am I supposed to do? What kind of cardio should I be doing? You gotta slow down a little bit, buddy. You can do some cardio off the mats, but you gotta slow down. When they keep getting caught with the same position or the same move, and they're like, what do I do? What am I doing wrong? But you're not seeing it because you're going too fast. You gotta slow down. Eventually they're gonna buy it and they're gonna try it. Also because they're gonna see you're slow. You're taking it easy. You're not going crazy. One, it's gonna be way harder to hurt you if you're really going slow. It will be. You will have to tap potentially in a position you wouldn't have got caught in normally if you were going all out. So what? You're here to train and improve. You're not here to be undefeated on the training mats, right? Be the example that you want to be. Be the example you wish you had if you didn't, but you probably do if you look. That one coach, that one upper rank or two, that they are the what that I'm talking about now. They'll roll with anybody and they're chill. Strive to be that. there's a suffering that goes on no matter whatever stage we're at in training, right? We always talk to the juniors about like, hey, coming through that door, put your ego aside, yada, yada, yada. The ego mine's funny, man. It finds all these different ways to come back in. A lot of times we set ourselves up. We think like, oh, I'm a higher rank, I'm a purple belt. This is just a big, strong white belt. I should get them pretty easily. And then they're on us like a lunatic. Don't set yourself up with that, all right? That'll happen to us maybe. Reassess, all right? Put your ego aside, or ask yourself if that's something that is an issue in you. But don't hate the spastic white belt. They are a treasure. They are gonna give us the energy that we will face, heaven forbid, where we get someone tries to assault us in the real world, off the mats, out of the dojo, right? So take that as an opportunity to train. Take that as an opportunity to study and work on being calm under real duress, under the stress of some spaz. You don't know what they're really gonna do, while you're still in somewhat of a safe environment. Look, all martial arts training, we gotta try to do the same stuff. We're trying to find that sweet spot, that delta, right? Of like intense training and safe training. We're trying to find that spot there. That is different for everyone, but it is not always the junior that's wrong. Sometimes us as seniors, we got to shoulder a little more responsibility, put in a little bit more work, expose ourselves a little bit, right, to some stress and discomfort. We always got to try to make sure that we're safe. We always got to check that box. So that's different for every individual. I just encourage you to not just bash those juniors, and ask yourself what is the right amount of intensity for you. And it doesn't have to be the same intensity every session, right? There's peaks and valleys, right? And maybe not beat up on the newbies so bad. Have a good one. Bye-bye.